What's good, people? It's your boy Sierato back at you one more time again, and welcome to Full Customs. Now, if you guys are new here, Full Custom is the show where I try to paint the craziest customs on the craziest shoes I can get. So sometimes they're going to be beat, sometimes they're going to be heaters, sometimes they're going to be grails. Doesn't matter. I paint whatever, and we're going to be putting on anime customs like 90% of the time. The rest of the time, it's going to be, cool superheroes and stuff like that. So if that sounds like your thing, if you're into painting shoes and you're into custom sneakers and, NBA players, what they're wearing, what we're making, trust me, man, I got stuff for you. So before we get started, do me a real quick favor and just hit that like button, okay? Just hit that like button real quick and hear me out. If you guys really like the video and you stick around to the end, maybe subscribe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, boy.
Maybe hit that bell just so you don't miss the next one I'm putting out, because the preview at the end of this episode is going to be crazy for that one. But let's go ahead and hop into the day, because my fiance gave me a fun ask, basically. She had a pair of Jordans that needed to be kind of revived, brought back to life. Pair of 11 snakeskins GSs, and they're pretty beat. I'm not going to lie. She wore them to the club a lot or whatever. So they're going to need a little bit of help. And just for those of you curious, the shoes we're going to be working with today are the Air Jordan 11 Low Snakeskins. The Snakeskins actually dropped on June 1st, 2019 for a retail price of $185, which is not bad. Maybe $150 would have been better. Now, these SC Special Edition Snakeskins actually feature the colors of light bone, university red, sail, and black, and actually look pretty clean by themselves. And like I said, around here, I do a lot of anime stuff. Of course, I try to drag her along with me and make her watch the shit that I like to watch. So, of course, I picked Attackontitan because, Attackontitan is crazy. And of course, she loved it. And the two characters she loved the most, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to figure out which one she loved the most. Comment down below real quick. You got anything to say? You leaving? I'm envisioning already a little bit of difficulty with, getting the textures on the shoe to kind of go along with the portraits and get that in an action pose on a shoe that's kind of small and only has a little bit of surface area on the sides. It's gonna be an interesting one, so let's go ahead and head down to the studio, and I'll go ahead and explain our first steps. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is strip these down, take these laces out. They're super gross, and acetone the living hell out of these. I'm gonna try to get these back as close to clean as possible, especially these soles. Get all this gross shit out of these soles and all that stuff there. It was a nice clean canvas to start with, and then we will go ahead and start getting the game plan together for what I'm gonna put where. I put a lot of reference materials together already with Mimi the other day, so I already got kind of my sorting hat of things to pull from. So first I'm gonna get my main logos and text cut out on my silhouette cameo, make my stencils, and then start taping the shoe. Sometimes I find the perfect reference material or reference image of my character, but it cuts off parts of the character I need for the shoe. So sometimes you gotta manually draw that in yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, cut these characters out, and get ready for my cut and placement for the beginning of my portraits. Let's talk about it in the comments. Now I'm gonna go ahead and mask off the upper of the shoe so I can go ahead and paint the background in on the snakeskin. That's gonna be the background for our character portraits. Yo, are white snakes and J's actually kind of fire? Like, maybe I'm tripping, so let's just go ahead and finish whitening out Captain Levi. Now let's get to lining these characters out. Now, the pose that I choose for each character that I do is very important per shoe, just because it really brings the soul of the shoe to life, I feel. If it's a bad pose, it's going to be a boring shoe. So I always go with action poses. All right, so we've got our portraits taken care of here, or not our portraits, you know what I mean. We got our line work taken care of here. So now it's time to go ahead and just start painting it in. As you can see, we've got our olive, we've got our bright green and olive mix. We've got our olive, breaking olive mix, we've got our white, black, and then we've got our actually black, dark green, and bright green and olive in this last little cup here. So That's gonna be our dark shader. Painting on textured shoes like this, especially with multiple layers and stuff overlapping and different materials and fabrics, is a real pain in the butt. So you really got to go over every little angle and make sure you get every little thing upside down, backwards, and sideways to make sure that nobody holds it the one specific way that you're going to see that one spot you missed. So make sure you pay attention to the details.
Going down. They got you at the race. Your son is helping. He's the new detective on the case.
Good job, buddy.
Nah, she's
Out of you. You did the right thing.
Yeah, here's my card. If you want to be a detective in the future, there you go, my man. You got a promising future, young man.
I never knocked on nobody.
Now, these shoes are a little scuffed up and war torn, so I'm gonna add a little bit of blood on them, even though it wasn't in the references, just to, you know, scuff it up a little bit, muddy it up a little bit, dirty it up a little bit, make these poses a little more aggressive. As you can see, we're done with our front portraits here. Still got to finish our panels on the outside there, but that's for later. What we're going to do is we're going to go on to the inside panel now. We already have our natural splits on the back of the shoes here. Obviously, I went a little bit over on this one, but it doesn't matter. You'll see. We've got our inspo sheet here, and we're going to go ahead and colossal tighten up the inside of these things here. Like we ripped outside of the shoe off, and you're just seeing inside of foot and stuff. So day 3, these shoes are, I make it look quick, but these shoes have taken a while, bro, like a long time. Was all of this here, took forever, it's very tedious. As I'm looking at it, you can kind of see, I like this look, I like the green toes on this look, but I still think that they're maybe too bright. I just don't know that I like that. I don't think I like this. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and have to black out this green toe here, or at least mostly black it out. I'm gonna leave a little bit of green towards the actual toe. But all of this I think is gonna get black from here over. Alright, so now we got our black toes. We're gonna go ahead and tighten up the inside panels here. I wanna add some depth with the airbrush and really get those shadows set in deep with the black and the transparent black. Another detail I really just wanted to add was the sparks and fire from the Colossal Titan transformation in heat and steam. I think those three-dimensional, things are really gonna add some depth to the design here and really just improve the design. Now we've gotten to the last part where we're gonna go ahead and add our sole dye onto the midsoles and onto the soles, and we're gonna be using this stuff right here. Guys, do me a big favor and make sure you follow Remix Your Kicks on IG. Get the website, get the sole dye. It's one of my sponsors, and it works gangbusters on these midsoles, man. Badass black. It ain't no better one in the game, I'm trying to tell y'all. All right, so now everything's dry. I already added a layer of sealer on this side, but we're gonna go ahead and add it all the way around the rest of the shoe and midsole. Do me a big favor, if you made it this far, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below on what you'd like to see on the channel going further. Come along with the ride, man. This is version 2. You guys are welcome to support the channel on Patreon, where you're going to get all these videos early, as well as live streams, tutorials, and gaming videos that'll never be on YouTube. that's it for me this week, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Just one more time for me. It's the best way to help me out. And of course, I will see you guys in the next episode. It's going to be a banger. It's going to be Moon Knight. It's a show I wasn't fully up on. I had to do a little bit of research, but it was a special request from one of my professional power slap homies that I will be showcasing in this video here. So like I said, stay tuned for the next one. Shop on the website you see on screen, and I will catch you guys later. Also, click maybe one of these videos on screen. Thanks. Peace, y'all.